Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Waffles RC. I was going to make a video last night of a few of the RCs with all their lights doing like a night run, but then found out that almost every single one of my batteries were dead, including the batteries to one of my transmitters. Key lesson to be learned here: make sure all your stuff's charged and get some batteries for your transmitters, because if not, you're just going to be disappointed. So what we're going to do today is unveil the Buggy, which is sitting just out of the camera right now, and then I'm going to do a few other things, just clean this whole area up because it is bugging me very badly. And then I'm going to do a night shot once the big bright thing in the sky goes down a little bit of every single RC that I have that has lights. So we'll see how that turns out, but for right now, see the Buggy. Hey guys, just want to let you know that I set up a online tip jar thing so you can contribute if you want. It's not required. It's if you are able to or if you want to. It would be greatly appreciated. Help the channel go a little bit further by getting parts a little bit quicker and get more parts so we can keep doing the builds. So the site that you go to is tiptopjar.com/wafflesrc. I'll put it right here so that you know where to go. I'll also put a link down in the description so that you should be able to just click on that, and then that'll be able to get you right to it. If you do, I really appreciate it. If not, then just keep watching the videos, because that helps a lot too. It helps the algorithm, helps everything out with the channel. So more views helps get us further out into the world so that it gets seen a bit more. I'm also going to be setting up the memberships portal on YouTube here. I don't know if I'll be able to do extra content. I'll try, but I'm mainly going to do it for the live stream, so that way we can do live stream once a month. You guys seem to be pretty interested in it, so we can do Q&As like once a month, maybe twice a month. We'll figure it out as we go, but all that will help with the channel and with the memberships. That'll help you guys get more engaged in the channel as well, because you can ask questions directly, live time, everything like that. So thank you all very much if you're able to contribute. If not, thank you all very much for watching. Either way, it is very much appreciated, more than you know. So, as you can see by this lovely mess, charged all the batteries that I have. Still working on that. Oh, another thing, all my GoPro batteries were dead too, so that helped. All the batteries, got everything done. But as you can see, we have been able to combat the heat with a cheap little fan that I got off the internet for free because of an order that I made at work. But some air is better than no air. But what you're all really here to see is the Buggy. Got it all finished. This blue is actually very nice. Doesn't look as dark on camera as it is in person. On the camera it looks very light blue, and it is light blue, but it's darker. But I have all the black panels, which offsets everything, looks really nice. I also did these black, that was fun. I also did these back here black, that was fun. Taping all that off just to get those. Real fun. As you can see, my radiator has still not come in, so waiting on that. But I was too impatient, so I put it all back together. I went through, fixed everything that needed to be fixed, Loctited it, zip tied all the wires up out of the way, the battery cable just hanging out right now. I did drive it last night, and this thing is awesome. The broken piece over here was a broken axle shaft. Luckily, I have a few spare parts, so kind of made one work, and it works. Also, the issue that I was having with the tires rubbing, I didn't set my endpoints correctly, and come to find out, I don't know if you can see it very well, but there's a little screw here. Put some spacers on it. That's a stop, basically, to limit the amount of travel that the wheels can turn. So I put some spacers on it, did that, reset my endpoint, so now it still has a hard part that it can hit when it overpowers the servo. Learn all the stuff you can as you take it all apart multiple times. So it doesn't rub as much, doesn't turn very well, but we have rear dig or front dig. I'm getting very confused on what the dig is. I'm sure you guys will correct me. It has a dig somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's front dig. because that's what's digging. So science. Got everything in here. The battery just kind of sits in here and it jams in between the doors and doesn't come out. I was being kind of nice to it because I didn't want to beat it up and have it all super covered in scratches for this reveal video, but everything on it works. Got the lights working, got the antenna up over the top so I can take it in the water because, well, why not? We're going to see this thing out on the rocks this evening, and you'll see how incredible this thing does, especially in comparison to all of these and the Mercedes. So I'm going to get to work. This thing is all done, ready to go. I need to finish these tires because it's annoying me, and I need to put it away so I can clean my workspace. And then, yeah, so you'll join me once that's put away and we move on to the next thing, which will be inspecting all the ones that have lights to make sure that they work. And for those of you who think I only work on the little cars, let me show you something. Can you fix mine next? She's putting sliders on. And then she'll fix this one. See, this is how it goes, guys. She builds the big ones, I build the little ones. Waffles RC, we also do big cars, even though they were just steps. But good job. Let's go play with toys. I know it's in my own backyard, but it's time to set up for a night run. See, the joys of having so many RCs is that I can light up my own course. Now the Mercedes has got a bit of a handicap because one of the axle shafts broke at my friend's house the other day. So we are in 3-wheel drive. We are going to make it work. Mercedes isn't cutting it, so time for a rescue. The Mercedes is now just going to be here just for good looks. Well, that backfired. I wasn't expecting it to go up that. Okay, let's continue. Now, adjustable suspension seems to be almost as good as rear steer or dig. I've been known to have been wrong sometimes. Thought I made it so that it'd be easy to get the battery in and out, but I was kidding myself. This one's almost as bad, but made it somewhat easier. Well, that's it for this video. If you thought the last one was all over the place, this one kind of was really all over the place. Didn't want to leave you with just a video of just driving this. Thought I'd, have some fun with all the RCs. I did forget that the Mercedes had a broken axle shaft, like I said earlier. Took it over to a friend's barbecue last weekend and it broke. It was nobody's fault. These things happen. This one, remember those cheap servos I mentioned about how if one goes bad you can just replace them? Well, one went bad and it happened to be the one for the rear dig, so I'll be replacing those. But it's okay, because I have a few more. Yes, the expensive ones will last longer and won't have these issues, but I can get 10 of them for 40 bucks as opposed to one for $60. And if it goes bad, you get what I'm saying. That's where we're at on this. I'm very happy with how it turned out. It performs incredibly well, way better than any of the other ones. I wasn't expecting that red Jeep to do as well as it did. It usually breaks every time I touch it, so that's the second one I ever made. So the Bronco was the first one I ever bought and then upgraded. The red Jeep with the rear steer, that was the second one I ever made, or the first one that I ever truly made, doing the whole piece together theory that I've tried showing everybody. I'm surprised it worked at all, honestly. The axles aren't very good on it. It binds up, just a whole bunch of issues. The Escalade does really well. I need a stronger servo for the steering because it is horrendous. It just basically locks up and doesn't do anything. So that'll be on the list of things, but not a necessity. And the 4Runner, I don't know what light bar I got for that thing, but it is ridiculously bright. So I'll be getting a few more of those. I did not finish the tires on the hauler because, as you saw, me and my wife were working on her car, and that's how life goes. So next video, we'll figure something out. Probably be getting started on that 79, start making the frame for it. My Australian viewers, you're gonna love that thing if I can do it correctly. So if there's certain things you want to see on it, let me know, because I have an idea of how I want to do it, and I want to keep it as Australian as possible, mainly because it's an Australian vehicle. So gotta keep it, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So as you noticed, when I brought all these in, I took all the batteries out before I put them away. The batteries go in their own separate container. I know I just put them up here, but I'm going to charge them first, and then they're going to go in their own separate container. Always do that. Don't put them away with the battery in it and it plugged in. It'll drain it. You'll never get it charged up, and it's a fire hazard. So be smart about it. Just take your batteries out, put them in a safe area, so that way nothing can happen to them or your RCs or your house. So from Waffles RC, we'll see you guys next week.